Hi, and welcome to today's lesson. Has anyone ever asked you this question? How long have you lived in Albuquerque? I bet many people have asked you. How long have you lived here? How long have you worked here? We're going to practice this today. This is present perfect, and we use this all the time. So let's look in our books at page 20. And this is present perfect with how long and for and since. So how long have you lived in Albuquerque? I have lived in Albuquerque for 20 years or since 2001. That's how you answer, okay? So we're going to practice this a lot today, and I will give you a lot of explanation about present perfect and how to use it with how long and how to answer with for and since and what the difference is, okay? Let's take a look at this grammar video, and I will put it in the lesson so you can review if you want to.
Unit 2, Lesson B.
Sorry.
Present perfect. How long? For. Since. Watch and listen. Present perfect. Questions with how long. Use how long plus the present perfect to ask about something that happened in the past and continues in the present.
This is important. We use present perfect for something that started in the past and is still happening. It's still true. So how long have you lived in Albuquerque means I know you still live here. Okay, that's why it's different from simple past. That's important.
How long have you known them?
How long has he lived here?
So you understand you still know someone, you still live here.
Present perfect. Questions with how long. To make questions with how long, use this order. How long plus have or has.
We use has if it's a he, she, or it. We use have for everyone else. I, you, we, and them, okay? A big mistake is people forget to use has for he. So how long has he lived here?
Plus subject.
He
Plus past participle.
lived.
How long has she been a doctor?
How long have they worked here?
Okay, so notice this. It's has because she, or you could say Anna, right? And it's have because it's they, or you, or I, or we, okay?
How long has she worked for this company?
Again, it's has because you have she.
How long have you lived in this house?
Have because it's you, not she or he.
How long have they known each other?
Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Complete the question.
Okay, how long, and it's she, so is it have or has? It has to be has, right? How long has she? Now the verb work is a regular normal verb. So for regular verbs, you just add ed. Work, worked.
How long has she worked for this company?
Okay, it's you. So is it has or have? How long have you? And live is a regular verb, so lived, just ed.
How long have you lived in this house?
How long have they known each other?
Okay, the verb to know is irregular. It's different. So you can't say knowed. It's irregular. You need to look on the chart and look in the third column. I will show you after.
Watch and listen. Answering how long questions. To answer how long questions, use a statement in the present perfect with a time phrase.
How long have you used this textbook?
I have used it for 2 months.
Okay, it's I and have, right? Not has. Used is the past participle. It's regular. Used it for 2 months.
How long has she lived in this city?
She has lived here for
For-
6 years.
For 6 years.
Answering how long questions. To make statements to answer how long questions, use this order. Subject plus have or has plus past participle plus time phrase.
How long have you waited here?
I have waited here for 45 minutes.
Okay, the subject is I. Because it's I, I'm going to say have, right? Has is for he, she, or it. So I have. Past participle is waited. It's regular. I have waited here. The time phrase is for 45 minutes.
How long has she had that car?
She has had it since 2005.
Okay, here the subject is she. So we can't say have, it needs to be has. She has had. That's the past participle of the verb to have. If you look right here, we have has and had. It's the same verb to have, but different functions. This is like a helping verb, okay? This tells you it's present perfect, and this is the main verb to have or to own something. You could say she has owned it since 2005. She has had it. This is the main verb. This is the present perfect helping verb, okay? And here it's since 2005, or you could say for 16 years, okay? We're going to look at the difference between 4 and 6 in a moment.
Answering how long questions. Time phrases with for. Use for with a period of time. For 2 hours. For 1 year. For 5 months.
Okay, a period of time is a start and a finish, okay? For 2 hours, from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. It's a section, a period of time. It doesn't matter if it's short or very long. If it has a start and a finish, a period of time, you use for. So you can say for 1 second. That's for 1 second. Or you can say for 1,000 years. Again, it's not how long it is. It's if there's a start and a stop, a period of time. So how long have you lived in Albuquerque? For 20 years, okay, for 20 years. Or you could say for 1 day, I arrived yesterday, okay? So it's a period of time, start and a stop.
Answering how long questions. Time phrases with since. Use since with a specific point in time. Since 6 p.m. Since February. Since last year.
Okay, so since is a point in time that you can pinpoint and say 6 o'clock, February, last year, 2020. Okay, or 2010, whatever. Or you can say since noon, or since this morning, or since I was born, okay? This, you don't know how long the time is, but it's a point in the past, okay? A point in the past until now. So we're going to practice a lot. You should get used to saying since last week, since March, since 8 o'clock, okay?
How long has she worked for this company?
She has worked for this company for 2 years. How long have you lived in this house?
I have lived in this house for 6 months.
6 months.
How long have they known each other?
They have known each other since last year.
or for 12 months, right?
Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Read the question. Complete the answer.
How long has she worked for this company?
Okay, it's 2 years. So 1 year, 2 years. This is a period of time. She has worked in this company for 2 years, correct?
She has worked in this company for 2 years.
Good.
How long have you lived in this house?
Okay, 6 months.
I have lived in this house for 6 months.
6 months. Period of time.
How long have they known each other?
They have known each other since last year.
Let's review. Use how long plus
Okay,
present.
I'm going to show this to you myself. It's in the book. Okay, I know there's a lot in there, but you can watch it again if you want to. So this chart is pretty good. You use how long, present perfect, to ask about something that started in the past and continues to the present, still true, okay? To answer them, use for with a period of time, start and finish, or since with a specific point in time, Monday, last week, last year, okay? How long has Alex? Alex is he, so we have has. How long has Alex lived here? He has lived here for 2 years. How long have you known Alex? I have known him since January. So these are your 2 choices to answer. For 2 years or since January, for or since, okay? So past participles, I will show you a whole list of them in a moment, but these are ones we're going to practice. So regular, if you notice, you just add ed, right? Whoops, stay there. Live, lived, wait, waited, work, worked, okay? The irregular are different and you just need to practice and learn them, okay? How long have you been here, right? So B is been, that's silver pin bin, not bean. A bean is something you eat. Have goes to had. How long have you had your car? Know is known. How long have you known them? Speak is spoken. Teach is taught. Olive sock taught. I have taught English for 25 years. Okay, and time phrases, for 2 hours, this is the period of time, looks like this. For 2 hours, for 1 year, for 5 months, for 2 seconds, for 1,000 years. Both of those are fine. Since is more like this. This is a point in time. That makes sense. Since 6 o'clock, since February, since last year, since I was born, since my birthday, since the party. It can be a point in time, like a date. Okay. All right, let's move down here. We're going to do some practicing. Actually, I want to do a little bit of extra practice with you because we're going to practice how long, but I want to review some simple some present perfect basics with you. So these are in the class notes. And if you need to stop and go get some coffee or take a break, now would be a good time. I'm going to review present perfect with you because everyone needs to review this and it's a little bit confusing. So I'm going to try and make it clear for you. So are you ready for a little bit of present perfect review? So present perfect, you can use present perfect when you want to talk about how long you have done something or for what amount of time you have done something. It's used to talk about an action that began in the past and continues to the present and will probably still continue. Like, how long have you lived in Albuquerque? It started in the past, you still live here, and I think you will continue to live here. Sorry. So this is the important thing to remember about using present perfect. The activity, action, or event is still going on. It is not finished. Okay? I have lived in Albuquerque for 7 years. I understand you started 7 years ago. You live here now. You will live here next month. I have worked for this company for 4 months. You still work there. We have been married for 30 years and hopefully many more years in the future. Okay, so this is the really important thing. It's not finished. Present perfect, well, the name is present, right? It's still true now. Okay, we do use the simple past to talk about an action that started and finished in the past. Many students confuse this. So you need to ask yourself, is it finished? Then it's simple past. Not finished, present perfect. Present perfect is used to talk about the action that started in the past and continues to the present. So let's take a look at some examples. I have studied French, or you can say English, for 10 years. This is the present perfect with have and the participle, which means you're still studying French, you're still studying English. This was 10 years ago, you started, study, 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 and this is now. And I understand you will continue to study in the future. I started studying French 10 years ago. I'm still studying French. But look at this, this is different. I studied French for 10 years. This is the simple past, which means finished, over, complete. Here's the 10 years of studying French. Study, 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 study. And then you stopped. And now is now. Okay? You're not still studying. I started studying French 10 years ago. I finished studying French 2 years ago. I'm not studying French. So again, this right here is the important part. Ask yourself, is it finished and over? Then we use simple past. I started studying French. I finished studying. I studied French. Simple past and over. I'm not studying now. But if you are still studying, if it's true now, you need present perfect. I have studied French for 10 years, which means you're still studying. Do you understand that difference? Super important. And if you go back to this question, how long have you lived in Albuquerque? Do you still live in Albuquerque? Yes. Then you would answer, I have lived in Albuquerque for 2 years. Or you can say, now I live in Florida. I lived in Albuquerque for 2 years, but in the past. Okay? So let's go back to this just for a moment. For and since. For is the period of time. For 6 years, for 5 months, for 4 days, for a long time. Since with a point in time, since 2008, right? Since I was a child, since yesterday. So these have the same meaning, same exact meaning. I have studied French for 10 years. So for 10 years, what's the date? You can subtract 10 years and understand I have studied French since 2011. Or if you say, I've studied French since 2011, you say, wow, for 10 years, that's a long time, okay? Or she has been sick for 7 days, or she has been sick since last week. Same meaning, okay? These are the answers for page 21, which we will come back to in a moment. I just wanted to review that because it's very important to understand present perfect, still happening. Simple past, finished. Okay? All right, please take out your notebook. You're going to need a notebook because I'm going to ask you for some answers. I don't know where my notebook is. You go get your notebook. We will practice these together, okay? We'll do some together and then you can give me the answers. So all of these start with how long, and you need to decide have or has. So how do you remember? It's has for he, she, or it. Have for I, you, we, or they. Okay, and then here are the verbs: be, know, work, teach, live, have, wait. And you need to have this chart, common irregular verbs. So the first one, be, and you're going to look in the third column. I can't highlight this right now. These are the past participles. See, base form here, simple past is here, past participle is here. Okay, so we're going to use these right here. So be has been, what's another one? Just a second. Teach, what's the past participle of teach? Come back to here, this is alphabetical. Teach, taught, Olive, sock, taught. Okay, so please, you can use this chart to help you answer this. Okay, let's go back here. How long has Manya? So Manya is, this is she, right? So because it's she, we have has. How long has Manya been in the computer lab? Since 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is a period of time, okay? Number 2, how long something Avi? It's okay if you don't know, is Avi a girl or a boy? It's one or the other, right? So because it's singular, we need has. How long has, and I can't write very well, how long has Avi known Bella? Now 4 months, beginning and end, period of time. So we're going to say 4 months. And I think I'm just going to show you the answers because my writing is so bad. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying. Known. Okay, that's really bad. Okay, let's just do the answers here. I think this is better. There we go. How long has Avi known Bella? 4 months. And yes, these are pronounced the same, 4. But we say for 4 months. This is the most important for. It's the information. So for 4 months, for 4 months. Okay. Number 3, we have how long, and Kayla is singular, so it needs to be has. How long has Kayla worked at the library? Now September. Is September an amount of time? No, it's a point in time. It's a date. So for a date, we're going to say since. Okay. How long has Kayla worked at the library? Since September. Okay. A point in time can be a date or an event, a party, a wedding. Number 4, how long Mrs. Bateson? Mrs. Bateson is she. How long has Mrs. Bateson, do you remember, taught at the adult school? Now 20 years is a length of time, a period of time. So we're going to say for 20 years. How long has she taught? For 20 years. Okay. Now I want you to give me number 5. Take a minute if you need to and look at number 5, 6, and 7, and then give me the answer for number 5. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky because here we have you, which is not he or she. So how long have you lived in Canada? 1 year is a period of time, so we say for 1 year. Okay, how about number 6? Omar is he. Okay, so how long has Omar had 2 jobs? Last year is a date or a point in time, so we're going to say since last year. Okay, and the last one, number 7. Here we have Pete, which is he. So how long has Pete waited for the bus? 1 hour is a length of time, so for 1 hour. Okay, how are you doing? Okay, the answers are all here if you need a moment to check your answers. Okay, so I want to remind you, all of these are one person, either he or she. So because of that, you need to use has. Whoops, that's a little bit big. Hold on. There we go. Avi has, Kayla has, she has, he has, he has. You is different, so you need to use have, right? Have is for you or I or we or they, okay? That's probably the number one mistake in this whole lesson is people forget that. Okay, you guys doing okay? Let's take a look at the next page up here. I'm going to do this with you or for you, just so you have some good examples. This is asking questions. How long has Alex been in the US since January? This is his whole history from January to June 2016 and different events, okay? So let me open up this whole desktop here. We can see these together. Here we go. So if you want to, you can get out your notebook and practice with me, or you can listen and watch. I can't get this to move, and see if you understand the events and the grammar. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Great. So right here, he came to the US, right? So how long has Alex been in the US? He has been in the US since January or for 5 months. If right now is June 2016, okay? Or you could say for 5 years, okay? Number 2, live in his new apartment. How do you ask this question? You know he got a new apartment. What's the question? How long has he lived in his new apartment? He has lived there since February or for 4 months. How about this one? Study at the school. How long has he studied? Whoops. Sorry. How long has he studied at the school? He has studied there since March or for 3 months. Number 4, know his girlfriend from April. How long? We've got has because it's he. To know is known. How long has he known his girlfriend? He has known her for 2 months or since April. Have a driver's license. This is, remember, it gets changed from have to had. So we have how long has he had a driver's license? Whoops, and I spelled that wrong. Typing quickly. He has had his driver's license since May, point in time, or for 1 month. Last one, work at Westfield Mall. How long has he, gosh, it's typing too quickly. How long has he worked at Westfield Mall? He has worked there since June or for less than a month. I don't know when you're asking, okay? So I hope this helps you at least see how you ask a question and answer the question. Because down here for homework, I would like you to do just that, okay? You're going to practice asking these questions and answering them. These are super common. When you meet someone and you say, my name is, and I'm from, people ask you, how long have you lived in Albuquerque? How long have you been at CNM? How long have you studied English? How long have you been married? These are just common questions that we ask each other all the time. So I want you to practice this, okay? Let me see if I got finished everything in here. Past participles, regular verbs, verb plus ed, work, worked, live, lived. Irregular verbs, use the chart. Again, I don't want you to study these, all of them. I just want you to practice them, okay? Again, this grammar is so important and so useful. So all of those verbs you will learn by practicing. So please practice, okay? If you have questions, please email me or come to office hours, okay? Thank you for listening for so long. I know that was a long lesson, so thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.